This is the story of how Dakota Johnson moved on from her 8-year relationship with Chris Martin by seemingly confirming a romance with 28-year-old singer role model. After months of speculation and multiple public sightings, the pair left a Los Angeles restaurant holding hands on January 22, 2026, signaling that their connection has become more than just friendship. For those who followed Dakota's long on and off relationship with the Coldplay frontman, this new romance represents a fresh start with someone 8 years younger who recently went through his own public breakup. Let's break down how we got here. January 22, 2026, brought the confirmation that Dakota Johnson and role model, whose real name is Tucker Pillsbury, are officially dating when the 36-year-old actress and the 28-year-old singer stepped out for dinner at Safi's restaurant in Los Angeles and left holding hands. Photos obtained by News and TMZ showed their first public display of affection, marking a shift from weeks of speculation into actual confirmation. A lace camisole with an oversized wool coat and a leopard print tote made up Dakota's look, while role model dressed in a dark gray collared sweater with black pants and a matching scarf. Hand holding marked a major step up from their previous sightings together, which had fueled dating rumors but hadn't quite confirmed anything definitively. This wasn't their first dinner date, though, as the two had been spotted together multiple times over the previous month, and each sighting added fuel to the rumors that something romantic was brewing between them. December 29, 2025, brought the first hint of a connection when TMZ published photos of Dakota and role model at a candlelit dinner with friends in Los Angeles, and sources told TMZ that Dakota was lying on him all cuddled up at the cozy dinner, and they got very close. TMZ even ran with the headline, "Dakota Johnson, I need a role model in my life," which in hindsight feels pretty on the nose. Celebrity gossip Instagram account. Dope Moy later claimed the duo were out together at Vandel in Los Feliz, a trendy LA neighborhood, on December 19, 2025. New Year's Eve arrived, and Dakota hosted a party for friends and family, where role model was reportedly in attendance, and according to Entertainment Tonight, the two were inseparable throughout the night. A source stated, "They were kissing, dancing, and holding on to each other. They looked incredibly happy, cute, and sweet together." Even more telling, Dakota's mother, Melanie Griffith, attended the party and appeared to be completely comfortable with role model's presence. January 14th or 15th, 2026, brought another sighting at Marvin Restaurant in Beverly Hills when video shared by Dumoy showed them walking in together wearing matching dark ensembles that gave the outing a coordinated, low-key feel. TMZ reported they were engulfed in conversation with another dinner guest, and the evening got described as relaxed and full of connection, while their comfortable body language caught attention online and made it harder to dismiss this as just a friendship. By the time photographers captured them holding hands on January 22nd, the pattern had become clear. This wasn't a one-time thing or a casual hangout with mutual friends, as Dakota Johnson and role model were dating. Understanding why this new relationship matters requires, with Chris Martin, as the two had been together for nearly 8 years in an on and off relationship that started in 2017 when they met through mutual friends. Years ago, they got engaged, with Dakota first spotted wearing an emerald engagement ring in December 2020. But according to a source who spoke to People in March 2024, they got engaged years ago but were in no rush to get married. That lack of urgency around actually setting a wedding date became a major issue, and when they officially split on June 4, 2025, a source told Page Six that Dakota was sick of him. They were also bickering a lot, and he had control issues. She felt very crowded and needed to get away from him and reestablish her with Chris was often hot and cold, and while she always hoped they'd work out, she seems lighter and more at peace now that it's final. Chris Martin remained publicly supportive even after the split, telling the crowd at a Coldplay concert on May 31, 2025, "Don't forget to go see Materialists," which was Dakota's film, and on June 7th at a Las Vegas concert, he appeared to give the film another shout out. During a Today Show appearance in June 2025, while promoting Materialists, Dakota made it clear what she wanted in her next relationship when asked about dating non negotiables, answering that she's looking for someone who's not an a hole. Simple, but effective. Tucker Harrington Pillsbury, born on May 15, 1997 in Maine, performs as role model and has been making waves in the indie pop scene as a 28-year-old singer-songwriter who stands 5 feet 8 inches tall. 2017 brought his first EP, Arizona, in the summer, when he was just 20 years old. Career momentum came when the late Mac Miller flew him out to Los Angeles to work together after hearing his music, and Role Model later reflected, he was a one-of-kind human being. The advice he gave me in the short window I knew him, I still carry with me and think about it all the time. Blind, from 2020 has racked up over 121 million streams on Spotify, while the viral hit Sally, When the Wine Runs Out, features an iconic bridge that's blown up on social media. A signature stage performance move involves inviting an audience member or celebrity to dance with him on stage during Sally, When the Wine Runs Out, and videos of these performances have gone viral countless. Two albums tell a very specific romantic story through Role Model's discography. RX came out in 2022 as a poppy, upbeat album about falling in love, which coincided with his relationship with YouTuber Emma Chamberlain, while Kansas Anymore dropped in July 2024 as an entire breakup album. Songs include Scumbag, Oh Gemini, The Dinner, and Francis, which happens to be Emma's middle name, plus Deeply Still in Love and Some Protector, making it pretty clear what the album processed. Valentine's Day 2025 brought a deluxe edition called Kansas, Anymore, The Longest Goodbye, with new tracks like The Longest Goodbye, showing he really worked through those feelings for months. October 2025 saw Role Model make his Saturday Night Live debut, and May 2025 brought confirmation he'd be starring alongside Natalie Portman and Mark Ruffalo in Good Sex, a romantic comedy directed by Lena Dunham for Netflix that marks his first on-screen acting role. Explaining his stage name on the Today Show in August 2025, Pillsbury admitted he thought it was funny at the time he chose it, but didn't think ahead that if it works out, you're stuck with that for life. Fans call him either Role Model or Tucker, and he's grown comfortable with both names. March 2020 kicked off Role Model's relationship with Emma Chamberlain when he downloaded TikTok and saw her video on his For You page showing Emma dancing to a Dayglow song in a bathroom. And Role Model told GQ, "For some reason, I don't know why, had nothing to do with the twerking, I'm not a creep, but it showed her personality. I feel like I'm good at reading people through a screen." Sliding into her DMs came next. They texted back and forth for 2 months, and their first date happened at her house in California due to COVID-19 pandemic restrictions, even though both assumed the date night wouldn't lead to anything. 3.5 years together followed. September 2020 brought their first public spotting having dinner at Saddle Ranch Chop House in Los Angeles. They made their red carpet debut at the Vanity Fair Oscar party in March 2022, and Valentine's Day 2023 brought their hard launch on Instagram and in a GQ interview. Emma told GQ at the time, "There's parts of our relationship that are going to be private forever, and those things we keep sacred. But I don't think we need to be secret anymore. It's just like, I'm over that Role Model, who had always positioned himself as against relationships, told GQ. Truthfully, I've always genuinely been against them. I can't express it enough. I really was never picturing myself truly being in love." October 7th, 2023 brought E!News' exclusive announcement of their breakup, though the exact reason wasn't officially stated. Role Model opened up about it in interviews while promoting Kansas Anymore, telling Vanity Fair in July 2024 that he experienced intense homesickness while living in Los Angeles and often returned to Maine for comfort and a sense of grounding, which created space between him and Emma. Living in LA didn't make him happy. Appearing on the Zach Sang show, he admitted, "I knew there were things that were problematic while I was doing them," though he emphasized he remained communicative about it throughout. Taking full responsibility characterized his approach to writing breakup songs, and he told Rolling Stone, "I will always blame myself for everything, no matter what. Whether it's relationships, friendships, or just anything in life, I'm quick to take it out on myself. I don't have it in me to write breakup songs where it's like, fuck you. You were the worst thing ever. I don't think I've ever really felt that about anyone, ever." Vanity Fair heard him explain, "I want to hurt someone's feelings with my music. I don't have that in my brain or heart. I honestly never thought I would be in a relationship for 3.5 years, and the fact that I was, and that it was beautiful pretty much the entire time, I'm just very thankful." At that point, he described himself as dating but single. Emma Chamberlain told E!News at the GQ Men of the Year event in November 2023. "Everything falls into place as it should. Ultimately, when there's times where you're alone, it's time to invest into yourself. And that's really exciting, and I think it's a great opportunity to check back in with you." November 2025 brought Emma's revelation on her podcast, In Your Dreams, that she learned about her own relationship through Role Model's music, explaining, "I've learned truly how perhaps people have felt about me through music, which is great, but it's also kind of like it's weird when you hear more in the music than in real life. You're like, wait, really? You feel that way?" The Kansas Anymore album came as a surprise and gave her new perspective on her own relationship. January 2026 finds Dakota Johnson, who spent 8 years in an on and off relationship with a man, 12 years older, who wouldn't set a wedding date, now dating a singer songwriter, 8 years younger, who just processed a 3.5 year relationship breakup through an entire album. Very public, very documented relationships that didn't work out connect both Dakota and Role Model through shared experience. Wedding delays, control issues, and age gap problems plagued Dakota's time with Chris Martin, while Role Model experienced homesickness and the challenges of a long distance dynamic with Emma Chamberlain while building his music career. Relationship coach Teresa Young told The List that celebrities dating soon after breakups makes sense because the entertainment industry creates inherent added pressure to date after splits. Reasoning behind dating matters more than the timing, and she explained, "The tricky part is when someone jumps straight in simply to fill a void or avoid being alone. That's when it can start to feel more like neediness and avoiding discomfort than genuine readiness, which usually leads to more emotional ups and downs and disappointment down the line. I have friends in LA for the first time. I'm good now. I'm more content in LA. I'm happy with the music I've made and where my career is at." Both of them appear to have done the work of moving on before moving forward together, as Dakota finally got space from the yo-yo cycle with Chris, while Role Model processed his feelings through songwriting and found contentment living in LA again. Dakota's mother, Melanie Griffith, appearing completely comfortable with Role Model at the New Year's Eve party suggests family approval already exists, while the fact that they're holding hands in public after keeping things relatively low-key for weeks suggests they're ready to be seen together. May 2025 brought Dakota's words to ELLE, UK. "I've never dated anybody. I've had boyfriends, but I have never been on a dating app. I just don't know that world. Loving someone is the most scary and beautiful thing you can do. Now she's taking that risk again with someone new. Someone who understands the weird world of public relationships and having your heartbreak documented for millions to see. Whether this relationship lasts or becomes another chapter in both of their romantic histories can't be predicted from where we stand now. For the moment, though, Dakota Johnson and role model are holding hands, going to dinner, and giving it a shot. And after everything they've both been through, that feels like enough.